Okay guys, so the workout today is Pilates with an isometric focus where you engage the muscles without any weight. So like I'm flexing my biceps, showing off my guns, that's kind of the idea. You're really squeezing and engaging those muscles without having necessarily weight to use. And then we'll be doing 10 minutes of yoga at the end, starting with 5 minutes of cardio. Okay, let's begin our workout with some cardio. Starting with butt kickers. Kick your heel to your butt, draw your shoulders and your elbows back in space, squeezing those upper back muscles towards the spine. Good, core is tight, landing softly on those feet. And remember to breathe as we start to pick that heart rate up. Try not to hold your breath, no red faces here. At any time, if you need to take a quick break, grab some water and then jump right back into it. Then we're gonna pick this up, adding a little bit of a jump. Unless you need to modify, you'll stay right here. Kick your heels to your bum and push those arms up to the sky. Shoulders stay away from those ears. Kick your heels high up towards the back of those legs. My last 10 seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms out to a T, straight legs. Opposite foot to hand. Switch sides every time. Twisting through the waist. Try to keep your legs straight as you lift it up. Getting some mobility in the back of those legs. Exhale to twist. Inhale through center. But turn your chest towards the side walls. Pick that pace up just a little bit. Good, warming up the body. Getting that blood pumping. Last 8 seconds here. Last 3, 2, and 1. Begin to roll those arms, speed back, take it into a little jog. Good, if you do kickboxing, this might feel like a comfortable movement, or maybe you're familiar with the Macarena. That's more my jam. Good, really spin those arms, keep it quick. Good, keep those legs moving. Tall chest, hair is everywhere, gone crazy. Keep it going, 20 more seconds. Land softly on those feet, let's reverse those arms. 10 seconds to go. Arms are circling in towards your face. Last 9, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here's the fun one, burpee. Jump it up, plant the hands, jump it out, in, jump it up. Down, jump out into your plank, jump those knees in, and then jump it high. Good, moving with your breath. Whole hand is planted as you jump out into that plank. Good, you can always modify by taking the jump out at the top or stepping your feet out into your burpee instead of jumping those feet out. Let's go 5 more. That's 5. That's 4. 3. Come on, let's see the last 2. Last 1. Jump it up. Little jog, let that heart rate recover. Landing softly on those feet, let's take it into a jumping jack. Jump it out and in. Good, now for my advanced practitioners, we're gonna take this to an air jack. 1, 2, air jack. Jumping jack, big kick. As if you're doing a split in the air. And a big jump. Good, flying those feet away from the floor. Let's go 4 more. And 4. For 3. And 2. Last one. Start to march it out. Let that heart rate come on down. Okay guys, last cardio move here. Burpees with a push-up. So we're gonna jump it up, plant those hands, jump it out, elbows bend deeply, jump it in, jump it up, keep that going. Good, as you move into your push-up, make sure it's your chest that is lowering rather than your neck. Keep your head pulled back in space. 5 more. That's 5. And 4. You can always Always take that push-up out. And 3. Final 2. Last one. And all the way up. You killed that. I'll see you on the mat for some Pilates. Hi guys, we just finished filming some new videos for you guys. We're starting a new series called Me Time. More about self-care, maybe getting up a little bit earlier, taking a moment at night by yourself, exercise, meditate, breathing, just taking a moment to slow down in this society that has gotten a little bit too quickly paced. So I hope that you join me for our new workouts, and comment, like, share, let us know what you think. I'll see you soon. Okay guys, we are back for some Pilates. So we'll lie it down on our backs. Lift your legs up to tabletop, squeeze your inner thighs together, belly button drops down to the spine, hands behind the head. Head heavy in your hands, you're curled up in your crunch, and you're doing a little crunch as you lift, and then a resist to lower down. It's an exhale to curl up, and then resist lowering down. Up an inch, and slow down an inch. Exhale to curl. Inhale, resist the release of the contraction of those core muscles. Try to stay real high off the tips of those shoulder blades. So it's not just the neck that's lifted, but it's that whole upper back. See how much of your shoulder blades you can peel away from the ground. It's an exhale as you lift, and then really slowly you're descending it down. If you're more advanced, extend those arms straight forward. Long fingers, cup those fingers all the way together. No gaps between the fingertips. Good, really reach for the bottom of the mat with your hands to help plug your shoulders away from your ears. It's an exhale to curl and an inhale to lower. Good, let's pick this pace up. Little pulses up at the top. Exhale up, inhale down. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, belly button to spine, tight core. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hands behind the head. Stretch your legs long, hips distance apart. Lift your right leg up. Little pulses of that chest. Low back is heavy into the mat. And it's a really small movement we're focusing on today. So focusing on isometrics, really engaging the core muscles rather than the exercise getting into the neck. Keep the head and the heavy in the hands and lift from right where the ribs connect. That T-point, the xiphoid process. Fun anatomy term for you today. Last one, switching legs. Left leg lift, right leg down. Little pulses. Good, draw your navel deeply into the mat. It's an exhale to lift and then resist to lower. Curling up and then slow it down. Let's go for 5 and 4. Last 3 and 2. Last 1. Marching it out. Curl up, right leg lifts, lower it down. Curl up, left leg lifts, lower it down. It's an exhale up and a resist to lower. Good, it's really easy to find the work in the curl, but it's harder to find the work as you lower back down. We're keeping the momentum out of the exercise. Gravity really wants to push our chest back to the floor. We're trying to keep it away from the ground. Let's go last 4. Good, zip your belly button up towards your chest. Last 2. Last 1. Reach your arms forward, both legs up, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Hug those knees in. Extend the legs to the sky. Hands rest down on the mat. Flex your feet, lower just your right leg down to a hover. And then as you lift your right leg up, lower your left leg to a hover. Keep reaching your heels to the ceiling and focusing on the flexibility of the legs. So we're keeping the legs as straight as possible, and as the leg comes towards you, pull it in towards your body, as if you're doing a split. Big range of motion to start. No air between the low back and the mat, no gap there. Good, now start to make these smaller and a little lower down towards the ground. Slower and lower. Good, keep taking it down a beat. And now take it real low. Curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Little flutter kicks. Kick, 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 kick. We're here for 10, 9, 8, all the way just an inch hover off the ground. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Hug the knees in. Give yourself a quick rest. And then rocking it on up to a seat. Let's sit with crisscross legs. You'll take your arms out to a T. Clench your fists, tight grip. Exhale, curl your arms in, and then inhale, stretch your arms away. So this is one of those isometric movements. If you're just flinging through it, you won't feel any work. You really have to squeeze the muscle in your biceps. The way I would explain it or like to think about it is when you're flexing your arms and showing off the muscles that you've worked so hard to attain. That's what you're doing here. You're curling in, gripping the muscles in the arm, and then you're resisting the length. Good, exhale to curl it in. Inhale to lengthen it out. Keep that posture tall and lifted. Shoulders are plugged away from those ears. Good, squeeze it in and resist it out. This is one of those exercises that is going to make your arm muscles long and lean. You won't get any bulk from this. There's no weight. Good, but you do have to have that mind-body connection component here to get the results. You got to really think about what you're squeezing and engaging. Good, let's go 4 more. For 4. Let's squeeze as you curl it in for 3. And final 2. Last one here. Exhale in. Inhale, stretch it out. Long fingers. You'll draw a semicircle under and then a semicircle over. Palms up, half circle. Palms down, half circle. Straight, strong arms. No droopy elbows here. Keep the length. Good. Circle under and over. Good. Keep flipping the palms. Rotating the arm in the shoulder socket. Things are starting to heat up. Let's pick the pace up. Over, under. Little smaller range of motion. Over, under. Good, let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms straight forward. Press the palms into each other. Flip the palms away from you. Press the arms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Now this exercise will be engaging the back of the arms and those upper back muscles. And make sure the arms stay fully extended. Reach actively through the fingertips, finding that energetic action here. And sit tall in your spine, working your posture and your core. Good, so this isn't going to get your heart rate up right here, but this will be toning your arms, which is a perfect time for summer. Good, let's find 4 more. Squeeze as you press back. That's the isometric movement here, is upper back, shoulder blades squeezing to the spine. Last 2. Last one. Hold your palms facing back. You'll pulse your arms high and press back. Press your arms low and press back. High press back, low press back. Squeeze the upper back muscles. Squeeze those triceps. Keep your arms straight. Make sure you're going up. I know it's easier to lower them. Good. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, woo, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up on 1, press it back. Squeeze and squeeze. Pick that pace up. Keep those arms straight, at least at shoulder height. Press those palms back to the wall behind you. Good. 10 more. And 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, lying down on your stomach. Legs will be straight back behind you. You'll be propped up on your left forearm. Right arm will go straight back behind you. Palm faces in. Arm is fully lifted and lengthened. Lift it up and lower it down. Continue to work on those triceps. So the main part of this one is keeping the arm lengthened, no soft elbows, fully extend through those fingertips, and hugging the arm really close to your waist. So it'll feel like your upper arm is squeezing into your armpit or into your ribs. Front of the chest is wide by rolling this right shoulder onto the back. Good, let's go 6 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up, bend the elbow, extend and lengthen. Little tricep kickbacks. Every time you straighten the arm is when you want to pause and squeeze the muscle in the back of the arm. So now you're flexing those tricep muscles. Good, now pick that pace up. Bend, extend, squeezing on that length. 10, 9, 8, 7, reach to the fingertips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. Right forearm down, left arm straight, left arm back behind you to lift up and lower down. Fully lengthen through the arm so the elbow is not bent. Hug the upper arm into your body, like you're holding a thin file in between your upper arms and your armpit. Squeeze in on it. The front of the chest is wide. Reach those left fingertips back as if you're trying to touch your left heel. Good. Squeezing every time you lift into the back of that left arm. Good. Let's go 6 more. And 5, 4, 3, 2. You'll hold that arm up on the next one. Slow bend, full extension. Starting with a slow pace, focusing on the engagement as you straighten the arm. You are squeezing that tricep. Keep the elbow tight to the waist. And let's start to pick that pace up. Quick bend, extend. It's really not a big bend. It's more like a softening of the elbow and then a full extension. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Core tight. Reach both arms straight back behind you. Shoulder blades onto the back. Lift the arms up. Lower the arms down. Reach your fingertips towards your heels. You're keeping your upper back lifted and your gaze is straight down to the mat. So there's no pinched skin in the back of your neck, no hyperextension of the cervical spine, keeping the natural curve in your neck. And more so lifting the upper back away from the ground. Now keep the arms high, bend the elbows, extend and straighten. Bend, extend and straighten. Good. Working the whole rear side of our body. Pelvis firmly planted into the mat to protect that low back. Last one, bend the elbows, lengthen the arms, small circles into the body with those arms, all the way from the shoulder joint. The whole arm is spinning in your shoulder socket. Let's reverse those circles for 6. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold those arms narrow, pulse that chest up and down. So remember, it's not the neck, it's the upper back. Eyes to the floor. If it helps you, imagine you're holding a tennis ball between your chin and your chest the whole time and try not to lose it. Good. Lifting from the center of the spine, bending the chest over the middle of the back. Good. 10 more. 10. Exhale up, inhale down. Last 7. Keep those arms engaged. They're not relaxed. Triceps are working. Arms are high by those waists. Fingertips are long. Final 4. And 3. For 2. And 1. Whoa. Triceps on fire. Okay, let's roll it on over. Getting into those legs. You'll lay on your back. Plant your feet in line with your hips. Hands are down by your waist. Extend that right leg straight up to the sky. Neutral spine. Low back has a natural curve here. On your exhale, lift your hips up into a flat back bridge. Inhale, lower your hips back down. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Your left leg is fully planted on the mat. So you can feel all 4 corners of that left foot planting down into the floor. Big toe, pinky toe, inner heel and outer heel. Good. Every time my tailbone touches the mat, my low back has a natural curve to it. So no flat backs here as you lower the hips. Good. Back is staying like a board as you lift and lower your hips. Belly button is tight to the spine. Last one. Hold those hips high. Now imagine you're in a hula hoop. You'll circle your hips to the right, lower down, left, lift center. Right, lower down, left, lift center. So you're circling your hips as if you're in a hula hoop. Good. You can think of a hip hop dancer here. You can make them smaller if it's more challenging. If you're more advanced, really exhale and lift your hips up. Last one, reverse to the left, lower down, right, lift center. Make the shape even in both directions. Try to fully complete it. Good. Exhale as you lift through center, squeezing into the back of that left leg, right where your butt and your hamstring connect. Last two. Last one. And take it all the way down. Reach that left leg straight up to the sky. Flex the foot, hug onto the thigh, and bend your elbows. Draw your knee and your forehead towards each other. Give that hamstring a nice big stretch. And then exhale, release. We're switching sides. Keep your right foot planted in line with your right hip. Extend your left leg straight up to the sky. Belly button tight, wide chest. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Good. Remember to ground down through all four parts of that right foot. Good. Big toe, pinky toe, inner heel, and outer heel. Good. Focusing on squeezing the back of the right leg where the hamstring and your tush attach. Good. Squeeze your glute as you lift. Exhale on the up, inhale on the down. Good. Pelvis is level, meaning that the right hip is just as high as the left hip, which might mean you really got to reach those left toes towards the sky. Good. 3 more, and then we're hula hooping. Last 2. Now hold your hips up, circle your hips to the left, lower down, right, lift center. Moving your hips rather than your left leg. So it's not the left leg that it's circling, but it is the pelvis. Good. Exhale as you lift up through center. Inhale as you lower down. Use those arms to help you. Firmly plant your hands down into the floor. 2 more for 2. Last one through center, and let's reverse it. Right, lower down, left, lift center. Good. Exhale as you squeeze to lift. Inhale as you circle it down. Complete that circle as much to the right as you do to the left. Last 3. Final 2. Inhale to lower, exhale to lift, and then take it all the way down. Plant the left foot, reach the right leg up, flex that foot, and hold on to the back of the thigh. To deepen the stretch, curl up. Bring your forehead and your leg towards each other. Ah, good hamstring stretch. And then release. So glue your legs together, toes and knees point forward. Squeeze your inner thighs together. This is one of those isometric movements. Hug the inner thighs together like your life depends on it. Collarbone is wide, neutral spine. Exhale, lift your hips up into a bridge. Inhale, lower it back down. 2 isometrics happening here. Glutes squeezing, inner thighs actively pressing into each other. So it's always helpful when you have something tactile, like maybe a ball between your legs. But what we're trying to challenge here is that mind-body connection, so that you're creating the engagement in the muscles yourself rather than relying on a prop like a ball or weights. And this is nice too. Say you're traveling or you're at home and you don't have props to use. You can get just as good of a workout without having them, as long as you engage the right areas. Good. 3 more. Squeeze your glutes and your inner thighs, actively hugging the ankle bones, the knees, and the upper inner thighs together. On your next one, you'll hold your hips high. You'll squeeze your legs together and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. So press the legs into each other and release. Squeeze, release. You'll start to feel those inner thighs working. The belly button is tight, hips are staying high, glutes are squeezed the whole time. Now squeeze twice, squeeze, squeeze, and release. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Double squeeze and release. As if you're squeezing a ball in between your legs. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Squeeze, squeeze, and release. Let's do 10 more. 10. Keep it quick. 9. Squeeze, squeeze, release. 8. and 7. For 6, hips are high, don't let those dip. For 5 and 4. Inner thighs are burning. 3 and 2. Last one, hold the squeeze and pulse your hips. Let's go for 20, 19, 18. From those glutes and inner thighs, everything is hugging to the midline. Collarbone is widely opening. And last 10, 9, 8. Press your pelvis to the sky. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Lower it all the way down. Roll over onto your left side. Prop yourself up on your left forearm. Bend your left knee. Extend your right leg straight forward. Lower it down and then lift it up. Inhale to lower and exhale to lift. Working now onto that right glute. Side of the hip and your tush. Good. The main thing I'm concerned about here is this. It just won't do. So push out of your left forearm. Make sure you're lifting your left ribs away from the floor. Core is engaged. And so implementing some of those mind-body muscle connections here. Good. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Now hold the leg high, circle the leg around. Leg is fully extended. Knee will never bend here. Good. Small circles in that hip socket. And now reverse, take them on the other direction. And circling the whole leg around, full circle. Last one, come to center at hip height. Soften the knee, fully extend and squeeze. Soften, extend, hug the thigh and the glute to the bone. As you lengthen the leg, squeeze your right thigh, squeeze your tush. So where we're focusing on those isometrics here. But on that extension, hug the muscles. As you soften the joint, release. Squeeze and lengthen. Okay, now we're repeating all these 3 exercises one more time, but at a much quicker tempo. Keep the legs straight, pulse it up, quick and quick. Burning that outer hip out, quick and quick. Hot potato, quick and quick. Good, start to circle it around. Quick circles, but keep the core tight so the torso is maintaining stability. Reverse those circles. We've got one more change here. Keep the leg at hip height. It's a bend and extend really fast. Squeeze your butt as you lengthen. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Push through the heel. Pinch into your glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Sweep those legs over to the other side. Let's continue to keep it burning. Right knee is bent on the mat. Right elbow underneath shoulder. Extend that left leg straight forward. Hand to your hip, you'll lower your left leg down and lift it up. Small pulses, our first round through is slow. Good, slow, controlled movement. Working the outer hip, the abductor, and that left glute. Sometimes it's just helpful to mentally visualize the areas we're working so you can think about squeezing those muscles in that spot. Good, and with time, practicing the mind-body muscle connection, it'll just get stronger. Sometimes it's like, what? Pull my core in, squeeze my bicep. It might seem really weird at first, but practice it and you might be surprised. It starts to resonate with the body. Hold the leg up. We're drawing those slow circles. Whole leg is moving in the hip socket. And let's reverse other direction. Good, maybe starting to shake just a little bit. Good, now keep your thigh lifted, and we've got our bend and extend and squeeze. Push through the heel and firm the muscles in the legs as you're straightening the leg. Make sure the thigh is not dropping below hip height. So this isn't gonna pass. Keep the leg up and make them count. Good, squeeze as you lengthen. Toes and knee are parallel, they face the wall beside you. Good, push through the heel and squeeze. Good, we're going one more round. The pace of everything is picking up. We're gonna burn your tush out. Last one here, straighten the leg and now pulse it up, nice and quick. Up and up. Think of when you touch a hot stove and you quickly take your hand away from it. It's kind of the idea right here. Up and up, up and up. Good, Good. And we're moving into circles, quick circles. Whole leg is spinning. Maybe you're starting to shake. That's where we want to find. Reverse those circles, up and up. Good. Keep it quick and make sure that leg is circling up above hip height. We've got our last change. Leg is straight, bend, extend. Fast kicks, squeeze as you extend the leg. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay guys, we're finishing our leg work standing up. So come on up to standing for some lunges. So you'll step your right foot forward. You'll have your arms extended over to the sky. Lunge down, bending both knees. Draw your elbows behind your back and squeeze your shoulder blades to your spine. As you inhale, you'll stand up and reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades onto your back, elbows gathering behind you, and inhale to stand. Good, making sure your front ankle stays directly underneath your knee, meaning we don't want that to happen. Keep the knee back in a tall spine. If you're more advanced, as you come up out of your lunge, you'll pull your left knee up into your chest, and then you'll step it back into your lunge. Squeeze your shoulder blades, drop it low. Tight core as you lift it up. Good, make sure your spine is staying tall so the chest is right over the hips. Good, we're getting that isometric arm work in here as we draw our elbows behind your back. Inhale as you stand up, working the balance in the core. And then exhale, lunge low. That back knee will almost tap the mat. Good, keep this pace slow and controlled. We're working our right glute, heavily squeezing into that right glute as we come up to standing. Inhale to reach. Exhale, drop it back into that lunge. Shoulder blade squeeze. Let's find 4 more. For 4. Good, as you lunge back, upper back muscles squeeze to the spine. As you stand up, squeeze your right glute. There's standing foot's tush. Last 2. Last 1. Lunge it back, squeeze your shoulder blades. Bring your hands forward, pulse it down to the ground. Good, we're here for 10. Sink into it. Hips are squared straight forward to the wall in front of you. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it forward. Left foot forward. Right foot steps back behind you. Arms are out into a wide T. And create fists with your hands. As you inhale and bend your knees down into your lunge, flex your biceps, curl your arms in, and then exhale to stand tall. Inhale, curl and lunge. Exhale as you stand tall. Belly button tight, squeeze the muscles in your arms as you curl those arms in. Now if you're more advanced and want to add that balance, as you come up to standing, you'll pull your right knee into your chest. You'll step back for that reverse lunge, ball of the foot behind you, and then drop it down. Now make sure when you're in your lunge, your right heel is staying lifted away from the floor. High heel shoe, just the ball of the foot comes down. Good, show those guns off as you lunge it low. And then exhale as you stand tall. Focusing on this left glute now. As you stand up, you're squeezing your left glute and your belly button. As you lunge it back, we're focusing on those arm muscles. Good, exhale to stand, squeeze your tush, and inhale to step it back. Remember, you can always modify by not lifting this right leg up. We'll maybe try a couple and see what happens. You never know, it's okay to fail, it's okay to not be able to do something. We want to be in a place always where we're challenging ourselves. If we can do it all, it's probably not hard enough. Good. Let's go for 4 more. And we'll go for 4. Squeeze those biceps. Resist the open. And exhale, lift. Last 3. Final 2. Last one here, guys. Step it all the way back. Curl those arms in. Interlace your fingers. Pulse it low. We're here for 10. Squeeze that left glute. Last 8, sink it low. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it forward. Taking it into some squats. Step your feet hips distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Send your booty way back, weight in the heels, light in the toes. Shoulder blades onto the back, straight arms lift behind you. Bend the elbows, extend and squeeze. Focusing on that isometric contraction of the tricep muscles. Now those upper arms are staying still and isolated the whole time. Hug your elbows in towards each other as if they could touch behind your back. Make sure the front of the chest is wide so that the shoulders are not hunching forward. Pull them onto the upper back. Fully reach and lengthen. Squeeze every time you straighten those arms. Drop it a little bit lower, warming those legs up in case they haven't gotten enough work yet. Good. Let's go 5 more. For 5. And 4. Weight in the heels, lighten in the toes. For 3. And 2. Last one, you'll keep your arms straight. Inhale, stand up tall for a squat, squeeze your glutes. Sit your hips low, pulse your straight arms up. Inhale, sit it low, exhale and lift. Inhale, drop those hips as low as those knees, and then lift those straight arms up. 2 isometrics. Upper back works as you straighten those arms up to the sky. Glute squeeze as you stand tall. Good. Exhale as you lift. Squeeze the glutes, push the hips forward as you do so. Good. Reaching long through your fingertips. Making sure that those elbows are staying lengthened. Good. Getting low, keeping that weight in the heels. Good. Finding that control here at the top. Squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis forward. And we've got 5 more. For 5. And 4. Last 3. This is our last leg exercise today, guys. So I'm gonna ask you to drop it really low on this last one here. Sink it as low as you can. Lift those arms up as high as you can. And then squeeze your hands towards each other behind your back. We're going for 30. I'm not kidding. Get a little bit lower in those legs. Weight is in the heels, light in the toes. Now pick the pace up. Last 20. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Arms are straight. Shoulders are onto the back. Collarbone is wide. Legs are low. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You killed it. But guess what? One more thing. Let's take it down to a plank. Hands underneath shoulders, fingers spread wide, toes are tucked behind you. Now if you need to modify this, you'll just stay right here in your plank. Our isometric movement is coming into our core now. You'll bring your right knee into your chest. You'll take your left hand and press your knee and your hand into each other. And then it's an inhale to release. Right hand, left knee. Exhale, squeeze your thigh and hand together. Inhale, release. As you press your thigh and your hand into each other, really create some pressure there. And think about your core tightening. Belly button pulls and draws up towards the spine. Good. Inhale as you release. Exhale, hand to thigh. As you exhale, the abdominal muscles naturally contract, which is kind of awesome. It's not too hard to breathe. So just make sure you're breathing, but sometimes it is harder when we're exercising to remember. Good. Inhale, release. Exhale, hand to thigh. Squeeze the muscles in that abdominal cavity. Let's go 4 more. Exhale, press. Inhale, release. Press your thigh into your hand and your hand into your thigh. Final 2. Last one. Exhale, hand to leg. Inhale, release. Walk your feet to the front of the mat. Feet hips distance apart. Soften the knees. Roll it all the way up. Okay, guys, we'll be moving into some yoga. We'll start with 3 Surya Namaskar A's. Take a big inhale and sweep your arms up. Good, gaze up towards those fingers. Lengthen the sides of the body. On your exhale, dive forward, hands to the mat. Folding into your legs. If you can't reach the floor, palms into the shins or hands on the ground. Inhale, flat back. Lengthen the spine. Lift the chest forward over the front of the mat. Exhale to fold. Plant the hands, step back, find your plank. Tight belly, shift the way forward, chaturanga. Pause halfway, finding a hold. Squeeze your elbows into your waist. Keep the front of the chest wide and the legs super strong, so no soft knees. Straighten those legs, and then lower all the way to the ground. Untuck the toes, press the toes into the ground. Inhale, peel the chest up, cobra pose. Expand through the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, press back, downward dog. Good, hug the outer arms in, roll the eyes of the elbows to point to the front of the room. Press your chest into your back body and reach your tailbone to the sky. Inhale, right leg lifts to the height of your right hip. Step your right foot in between your hands. Rest your left knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, lift the chest. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Heels heavy into the mat. Reach your tailbone up to the sky. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step your left foot in between your hands. Rest your right knee on the mat. Inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Think of the length of the side body. Good, opening up the heart towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the front of the mat. Step your right foot to meet your left, forward fold. Hands to the shins or hands planted on the floor. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Shoulders draw away from the ears. Create length in all of the back body, hamstrings and spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands to the mat. Folding in. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Stretch the spine forward. Look for lengthen the chest. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, finding plank. Good. You can also take the option here of upward dog or lower back to cobra. Shift the way forward, chaturanga, pause. Hug those arms in, keep your legs firmed, sweep your chest forward, press the tops of the feet into the mat, lift the chest up to the sky, straighten those arms, push the ground away from you, and then flipping your toes back over, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts, keeping your hips and toes facing the floor. Exhale, plant the right foot in between the hands and rest that left knee on the mat. Draw your hands to your heart, actively press your hands into each other. Twist your chest to the right and hook as much of the outer left arm on that right thigh as possible. Squeeze your arm and leg into each other and then twist the chest all the way from the belly button. Turn the whole torso to the sky. Look up maybe if you have that balance. Drawing the right shoulder blade onto the back, wrapping the ribs up towards the ceiling. Good, on your exhale, release. Plant the hands, step back, downward dog. Hips high. Good, pressing the feet towards the back of the room, pushing the front of the mat towards the front of the moon. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step your left foot in between the hands, rest the right knee down on the mat. Draw your palms together, press your hands into each other. Rotate, place as much of the outer right arm onto the outer left leg, and then push your leg and arm into each other to turn the torso. And then maybe the gaze goes up, or if you have any neck issues, you can keep your eyes down towards the ground. Good, keep your abdomen pulling in away from your leg. Doesn't mean it won't touch your leg, it just means that your core is engaged. And then exhale, release. Plant the hands, step both feet to the front of the mat, and fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen the spine, and exhale, round. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Last Surya Namaskar A. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Plant the hands. Inhale, flat back, straighten the back. exhale, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Shift the weight forward, elbows narrow, pause. Wide collarbone, slide the chest through the arms. Lift the heart to the sky. Legs are super strong here, tops of the feet push into the floor. Press back, downward dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Step the right foot in between the hands and rest the left knee on the mat. You'll bend your left knee, reach back for it with your right hand, taking a quad stretch. Now maybe you're a little bit more flexible here and you want to come down onto your left forearm. You can take that option. Or you can stay lifted on that left hand. And opening up the front of that left thigh after all those lunges and squats, you deserve it. And then release. Plant your hands, step back, down dog. Hips high, lengthening your spine as much as you can. Inhale, left leg lifts. Step your left foot in between the hands, rest the right knee down on the mat. Good. You'll bend your right heel into your back, reach back for it with your left hand. Hips are sinking forward. If you need that deeper option, you'll come down onto your right forearm. You can continue to lower from there if you need more. Otherwise, you'll stay lifted on that left palm. Good. Actively kicking your right foot into that left hand and pulling that heel in towards your back body using the strength of that left arm. And let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling fully and exhaling completely. And last one. On your exhale, release your right leg. Step both feet to the front of the mat. Fold into your legs. And inhale, stretch your spine forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. Sweep the arms up. Look up, baby back bend. Exhale, Samasthiti. Thank you guys for exercising with me today. I enjoyed your company, and I'll see you soon. Bye.